Hello everyone, today as usual Thursday and we have Lachlan. Lachlan, how are you doing? I can hear myself from you. Now should be fine. Now we are fine. Let's check all together through all of our channels that people can hear us, they can see us perfectly, and everything works. Great. Great. Guys in Zoom, guys in YouTube, tell us if you can hear us and see us and everything is working well for you. Just text us in the chat and we will know that everything is great. Meanwhile, Lachlan, how do you feel about this Thursday? Whoa. I like the motivation already in such markets, right? It's the main to stay disciplined all the time. Great, and from my side I can just say, guys, we are so happy to have Lachlan with us, who can guide you on this difficult market, who can help you understand how to navigate the moves in such market state, right? And we're really thankful to have Lachlan, and from my side I just can wish you a wonderful trading session as usual. And the only reminder is that right now we still have the spring campaign, wonderful spring campaign. For new clients we have 35% off, for existing clients we have 25% off. Check out our social media, check out our website with all of the details, and kick off your spring with a fresh start with the new account. At this point, Lachlan, I'm gonna give the word to you and I'm gonna wish you the best of luck and yeah, lots of fun.
you guys in the background. Diane, we're going to be doing a masterclass for absolute beginner traders. So we're going to do a masterclass for those people that need a confidence boost. So these that need a little bit of a confidence boost. What I am finding, Diane, observation across the board is there are some traders within the community, in fact, quite a few traders in the community doing really, really, really well. And there are other traders that are not doing so well. And the ones that are not doing so well ultimately haven't decided what strategy they're going to be trading. So they're going to try and trade 4 or 5 things at the same time. And that's where their lack of performance is coming from, because they're trying to do too many things at once. So we're going to run a masterclass, literally, Diane, it's a back to basics masterclass. I have a sneaking suspicion that off the back of that masterclass, everybody will be trading efficiency and loss of efficiency. So I'll be doing my best. I'll be doing my best to help everybody in that masterclass actually, confirm their trading plans, make sure they're good to go, and we go from there. So, Giz, how are you? Hope you're fantastic. Guys, back to compliance, because we are trading futures or CFDs, we borrow money. That means we magnify our risk. What does that ultimately mean? Guys, we are professional risk controllers. Now, everything we do today is general information only. The past performance, guys, of any financial product cannot be used as a reference for future performance. We used to be able to do that, guys. Now we're not allowed to do that. Market risk factors, guys, we are trading over the internet today. So ultimately, I will do my absolute best. Guys, there's a lot on this slide. The one thing that is really important to me, I'll do my best to guide you in and out of the market as per the 101 strategy, guys, as per the 101 indicator set. Make sure that we're getting on the right side of the market. We've done very, very well all week. Guys, done very well all week. There's no reason why we can't continue that today. In fact, we've done very well for the last couple of months. Guys, and again, all of that is on Instagram, guys. It's all on YouTube. So if you are brand new to what we do and you want to have a look at what we do, guys, then again, if you're looking to build confidence, if you're looking to see how we trade consistently, guys, then again, jump on those social medias and you get a hint as to what we're doing. Go and reconnect the microphone. vMix then decides it's going to turn the microphone off. I could potentially look, mate, I could potentially look at using a slightly different microphone. Okay, we're just going to do an alternate mic check here. And so if I switch lapel microphone for vMix, can you hear that lapel microphone? The Zoom people, you guys are on a different microphone. So we might have to run 2 mics. I might have to run 2 microphones. Let's see how we go. MJ, how are you? Hope you're fantastic. Right, I'm going to leave, guys. I'm going to pin this second microphone on. We'll see if we can. We'll pin a second microphone on, and we'll see how we go. So it looks like Zoom, you guys are on the DJI mini mic, and it looks like vMix is on a lapel mic. Either way, we've got both running. It works. Okay, so we'll just run separate mics, guys. That's perfect. Now, guys, again, I am an Army veteran, guys. Spent 15 years in the Army. It was an absolutely incredible experience. Suffice to say, guys, what I've decided to do as we grow Samurai is I've decided to bring a military sort of psychology development ethos into what we do. Guys, that's why we run the AMA format, or the Ask Me Anything format. Guys, that's what we'll be doing, guys, for you guys in that sort of back to basics masterclass, guys, coming up in May. Now, the beauty, guys, the beauty of what we do, and I had a really, really good chat, guys, with one of the people I'm coaching this week. Every time we take a trade or every time we look at the charts, everyone has a completely level playing field. So everybody sees the same candle. They all see the same candle at the same time. There's absolutely no reason, guys. If we've got traders that are making $4,000 or $5,000 US a day, there's absolutely no reason why you can't actually aim to be that person, guys. There's no reason why that wouldn't be the case. Now, I'm just going to start this backup computer in the background. Guys, so let me do that. Okay, backup computer is also off and running. Okay, there we go. So, guys, if you've got any questions at all, tech support info@Samurai. Guys, anything else, say hello at Samurai. Those really, really important points. Now, my last thing, I don't know why it's doing it. Suffice to say, we will just let that do its thing, and so we'll just say. So I've got two mics running at the moment, guys. If that works, that works. Right now, 3 minutes and 35 seconds is what we're looking for at this point in time. You have got a higher high. What that means, guys, what that means for the higher high is that, again, there will be traders, guys, that are looking for a reversal under yesterday's high. Now, this will be at this stage the third reversal. So I would suggest, guys, if you're going to go short under yesterday's high, you'd want to enter probably a little bit lower than normal, maybe the 275 mark. I personally would wait for this candle to close, because the fact that we've got a higher high now gives us an SBR body entry point, which is at 265, right? Which is down here. That's an SBR. So we're looking for the baby traders. We're looking for an entry down here, guys, at 268. For that entry, again, the buyers have got to run out of steam. This is the third time we've been up here. So if you are going to take a reversal off yesterday's low, please be very careful. But I would, again, might as well wait, guys. You might as well wait for the candle to close. I'll tell you why. We've just had basically 15 minutes of trying to reverse, and that buying candle looks like it's written off most of it. We may be swing triggering long, guys. This is what I was saying before. So again, if these guys close this candle, big efficient COR PC bar with step and trend, it is going to be an MDI continuation to the high side. Now, Diane, how did you know I was thinking about that? So it's just like, you know what? Nah. So let's Diane, I don't want to. I came into the session today. I said to Akito, got a little headache. So can I have a massage? And Akito, you probably know, guys, she's a massage therapist, so she's very good at fixing headaches. But it's Diane, it's that kind of trade where you just like, that's going to bring the headache back. Ah, dear, that's going to bring the headache back. Okay, now with all that said, we are waiting, guys. We are waiting. I have become the king of patience in 2026, guys. Again, I went through a spell late last year. I don't know if anyone else has caught the FOMO virus, where you think you're going to miss out on the next big trade. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. And every time I run a masterclass, everybody walks away from the masterclass going, duh, it's that simple. It's like, yeah, it's that simple. So that's what we're going to work on. Now, in terms of ratio, guys, this is going to be a lovely candle. Well, that's the beauty, Diane. That's why we do static chart analysis, because when you do a static chart analysis, there is no room for emotion, because the candle's there. It's either there or it's not. Okay, it's either there or it's not. All right, so let's get ready. As FESX is failing badly to push up. All right, so if we get back below yesterday's low, guys, we may be looking for a trade. Okay, now at this point, we've got to stay below, right? So we've got to stay below. Okay, we have. So there is an entry, guys. Oh, too fast, 278, or my little black line down the bottom here, guys. If you picked up, guys, the bars pushing through and you went short underneath yesterday's low, a massive well done. A massive well done. Geez, bloody huge. Guys, that was textbook stunning. The moment they pushed up and went, nah, we're failing, then if you got a sell order underneath the active candle, which is exactly what I wanted people to do, then you've obviously gone really, really well. The backup trade, guys, is my little black line. Now, the deal with the little black line is it's holding about 25 points worth of risk. There's nothing wrong with the black line. There's nothing wrong with it other than the risk it's holding. Okay, so the little sell-off yesterday's low was a better trade. Yeah, so that was a better trade. The jump around, guys, could have been a little bit about the German news. What do I see, guys? I see a swing trigger long that has failed. That's why I'm happy for you to enter on the black line. If you are short on the black line, guys, again, provided you can hold the risk of 6.8, your first target is 6.3. Right, so your first target is 6.3. So if you are short at 6.8, guys, your first target is 6.3. Mathematically, again, only if you can hold the risk. Mathematically, that's looking really good based on the 15-minute chart as well. So what I'm going to do, put a little line on here. Right there is where we want it to go. If it's going to move in our direction, as it'll just muck around a little bit. Yesterday's low, guys, again, I could have probably done a better job at briefing you on that one to say if we stay below yesterday's low, the moment they push up and fail, just put a sell order on. Guys, this is our little backup trade. There's nothing mathematically wrong with this trade. It's just going to take longer to get to target. All right, so if you are short at 68, guys, your target is 63. You're kissing your target now. Danilo, mate, all good. Thank you. So guys, we didn't go through your 63 target, we just kissed it. So depending on your risk control, as you might give it 2 or 3 kisses before you scrub it. Let's just see what these guys do. S&P 500 is, what is S&P doing? S&P is also trying to sell down through key market zones as well. All right, so this is the third seller push. Boom. Anybody short? Guys, anybody short at 263? Anybody short at 263? Your first target is 268. Your first target is 263. Caleb, hello, mate. Great to see you back in the LTR, mate. Really good. So anybody short, guys, at 268, your first target is 263. Guys, I would go for a 5-point first target, and then I would try and push through, guys, below the S1. But if they're not ready to reverse yet, Suzanne, well done. Josh, well done, mate. That's fantastic. If they're not ready to reverse yet, guys, please make sure you've got no risk on your long-range target. Now, again, guys, the idea on that one was to go for 5 and 25. So it's gone through 5s already. What we'd wanted to do is get down around about the 10-point mark. And if we break the 10 points, it'll probably go 15s or 16s or 17s. The 15-minute chart, guys, if we get outside the range of this static bar reversal short, right, SBR short on the 15, if we break outside the range of that, guys, then this short will go significantly further than where it is. So again, if you're short, guys, again, a number of you are short. Again, my advice would be a 5-point first target, 25-point second target. If you're feeling a little bit queasy, guys, then try and go for the S1 less some loose change. So your target, guys, would be 5, 10, 15. You guys, if you guys feeling a little bit squeamish, just go for a 20-point target. So 5s and 20s is a really good result on the FTAX. This could be a very, very strong sell down candle, guys. It is a Toby style reversal loading as well, and then it's just gone and take out your trailing stop. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. we've got a VMix issue, but that's okay. We'll do our best. So the only trade you can jump into now is a higher high pivot base reversal. If you are going to go short at 275, guys, it is a dynamic entry. It is not a static entry. For the static traders like myself, guys, I'm waiting for this candle, waiting for this candle to close. Then I'm looking for another entry. Now, guys, at the moment, again, just for transparency, I'm sitting at 500, over 500, and a couple of 400s. So I'm very happy with where I'm sitting at the moment. Guys, as soon as I get over 500 US dollars, guys, I stop trading and I focus on running the LTR. So at this stage, I'm looking for maybe one more absolute humdinger trade, and that will be me done for the day. Now, if you are short at 275, guys, after the higher high at yesterday's low, your first target is 270, which you've just gone through. Same drill again, guys, with this PVI. You're looking for 5s and 10s or 5s and 25s. But the moment you go through that 5-point target, I would make sure I've got limited to no risk on my long range target. If this is the turning point, you're going to pick up a massive trade with no risk. Guys, that is always the goal. All right, so let's just see how we can pull this apart. Okay. So we are, guys, we're about to get a really strong sell candle on the FESX. Let me take some water. All right. This is a very important. Oh, the US is being tanked. This is a very important close. So what we're looking for, very important close. So what we're looking now, we are 40 minutes in, so we're looking pretty good. As we are looking for, all right, with less than 90 seconds, we need these guys. If we're going to go short, they must close below yesterday's low. Right, they must close below yesterday's low. Now, the deal with that, well, it's the static traders, you're just chilling out. Your trigger finger is not getting itchy at this point in time because you've got nothing to do. If the FESX, guys, after a really, really strong sell down, decides to give us a green candle, then obviously that's going to push these guys over yesterday's low in the upper OSR. Guys, if we get an efficient candle closing over the top of the upper OSR, it will be a buy signal off a pivot. Okay, it will be a buy signal off a pivot. So two scenarios. We get a big efficient candle that closes over the top of the upper OSR. Guys, we get a nice retrace, nice rejection, and we can go long. If we get pushed back underneath yesterday's low, don't you dare. This is why I said fingers, the itchy trigger fingers. This is going to be, guys, this is going to be the first efficient candle over the top of the OSR. We've also got other charts in the background that are all saying this could be good fun. So S&P 500 is getting pushed back pretty heavily as well. So if we close a big efficient candle here, like we have just done, if the sellers retrace back down and then the buyers take off, guys, then we are looking to enter above this current candle. Now, with that said, guys, the buyers are going to have to be very impressive to fill your order at 296. And if they are that impressive, guys, they're going to attract more buyers into the market. And before we know it, we're probably going to try and push up here. Volume is good. Volatility, guys, says 5-point first target, please. So volatility says 5-point first target. I'm just going to get rid of. There is an extension running through here that we no longer need. Okay, that one right there. Oops. This extension there, we don't need that anymore. All right, so at this stage, we have an efficient CORPC bar with step and trend. That is the OSR. What about the entering the, Andy, the V3, mate, the V3 delta, if you got a really lovely retrace and a violent rejection, you could take the V3 as like an early warning to try and get to the top of this candle. But right now, guys, what we're looking for is we're looking for the sellers to sell down And then we're looking for the buyers to absolutely obliterate them. Now, can I draw your attention while we talk about that to the FESX? So the FESX is below its upper OSR, right? So that means that the FESX is trying to push into a soft pivot. It's also trying to push into a daily Fibonacci that these guys got stuck at multiple times. So what it means is if the buyers now show on the FESX, they're going to drive the FTAX to the high side. That's what they're going to try and do. Now I'm watching the clock, guys, like a hawk. Because you note with our short, for example, we got filled very happily in the first 90 seconds. Very happily in the first 90 seconds. If we get, guys, about another 40 seconds from now, if we are not filled on our buy order, if we are not filled and the buyers are slowly thinking about, are we going to take advantage of this OSR? FDAX delta forming. Okay, and what is this doing over here? Okay. So at this stage, guys, the safer trade might be the world according to Lockie, yeah? The safer trade is outside the range of the efficient bar, because if the buyers can't get up here, then they may have just said, you know what, we're done for the hour because the FESX is stuck under the upper OSR. All right, so I'm just watching very closely. Again, because we're just cruising down towards the last 90 seconds. Now, this rule is going to make me look really good or really bad. Again, there's no other way. There's nowhere to hide here. As if I had an order on above that efficient candle, I would be taking it off in 2 seconds. All right, because I don't enter a trade in the last 90 seconds. Now, this could make me look like an absolute fool. It could. But I'm not going to break our rules, guys. I'm not going to break our rules. Now, if you... Oh, dear. Dearie. Okay. That's just not cricket. No, geez, don't laugh. Oh man. If they had have just done that, if they had have, rules are rules, I know, geez. If they had have done that 25 seconds earlier, then everyone would have just gone, oh my gosh, Lockie knows what he's doing. Now everyone's like, Lockie, you haven't got a clue what you're doing. Now, okay, point being, that's the first efficient close, guys, above the OSR. Now, hear me out on this one. If the FESX was above its OSR, we would have never hesitated on going long. Now, as it turns out, it does show you how strong the signal set is. First efficient close above the OSR. All right, so guys, if I talked you out of that trade, I do apologize. It has done what it needed to do, but we got filled too late. All right, we got filled too late. Now, mind you, we were looking at these little reversals down here, which we've done quite well out of, but no, none of them have followed on, guys. So we're basically in swing trigger mode. That is a valid buying candle, guys. Oh, no. You're not going to do this to me. Ah, dear. I reckon I just might have missed the trade of the day. It's not fair when they do that. Natasha, you entered before the last 90, so you got 6-11-21 and a runner. Well, Natasha, you get best trader of the day today. Andy, you got picked up on the V3 Delta. All right, well, that was a valid trade, mate. So if you've been picked up on that, well done. Jack, if you were in at 89, where would your stop be? So Jack, guys, that's Jack's code for Lockie. I'm in on this trade, and I didn't tell you, hypothetically. At this point in time, mate, my stop loss would be very positive. Very positive. The reason being is that not only have we just rolled into the last 15 minutes, but we have what we refer to as an out of context candle. All right, so this candle, when we compare it to the 5 previous candles, is completely out of context size-wise. So that means they've shot through to a key level. I would make sure I had lots and lots of profit locked in on this one at this stage. So lots of profit locked in. Caleb, nice trade, mate. Did you get the V3 Delta, mate? I'm stoked, mate. Fair enough, Natasha. Yeah, no, well done. Yes, I took the V3. Okay, well done. All right, so we've got a couple of people on the V3, guys. The V3 will be effectively the trade of the day. If you got filled, guys, on that one, which I think Andy did, before the last 90 seconds, then that's when you're using this mathematical. So you're using two algorithms. You're using this one here and you're using that one there. And it's the first efficient close outside the upper OSR. And none of the reversals have gone for long range targets, which means you want to turn around and run it back up. Caleb, my pleasure, mate. I was going to send you a message. So do you mind if I'll flick you a WhatsApp a little bit later on? I want to make a video, but because your name's in the video, I just want to make sure that I've spoken to you first. Yeah. So well done, everybody. Yeah, well done, everybody. That's really exciting. Now, what we're looking for, guys, because we've got a long trade setting up, the risk is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 points of risk. Guys, you've got 40 points of risk. Because of that 40 points of risk, we can't go long again. What we're now looking for is we're looking for the buyers to potentially run out of steam. Natasha, you had a blinder today, so well done. Caleb, where's Caleb? So Caleb did very well. Who else has done really, really well today? Caleb, Natasha, of course. Natasha. Okay, so we're looking okay. We're looking okay at this stage. I'll just park them. I'll park them for a moment. So we have an over, guys. We have an over. Basically, a candle that's too large, which means we're carrying too much risk. Now, the flip side of that too much risk, guys, we are around these gap 76 fibs, which is a really good spot. Looks like these guys may have moved their 60-minute fib, not on the gap. It might actually be on the trend. So the moment I do that, that would actually explain what they're doing. Andy, you're still long on the V3 on your last contract. Mate, well done. So what you want, mate, is you want the FESX in particular to continue to produce buying trades. Mate, that's what you're after. That's what you're after. Now, for everybody else, guys, we're going to be in the last 15 minutes. Again, we are going to pick up a ratio-based static bar reversal here, guys, but it is not off a pivot. Right, so the only trades we take in the last 15 minutes, are pivot trades. If this candle closes like that, guys, so it's closing underneath the key 60-minute 76 Fibonacci's. If it closes like that, then you get the buyers pushing up really aggressively and they get slammed. There is going to be a ratio-based trade. There is no question. It's just hanging in the last 10 minutes. Okay, and if they do that, we are not going short. So for those that are long, Andy, Natasha, are you still long? Tash? Okay. You guys are going for perfect. Natasha, you're going for the 100% extension as a risk control point. And ultimately, what we want to try and do is we want to try and push them all the way through to the gap for a gap close. Now, the FESX, guys, looks very suspicious. I think they're mucking around on their gap Fibonacci again. Or is it the full fib? No, they're mucking around on their full fib today. So they've kind of disregarded their perfect. Okay. So what we've got, so everybody that is long, you've obviously locked in a big chunk of profit. Now, technically speaking, this candle has moved you obviously further into profit on the close, which is a hint that you can move your stop up. You don't want to strangle it, but at the same time, you also don't want the sellers to come back down to where you got in. That would not be very smart. Now, what you do want is that's in fact, for Natasha and those that are long, that's a stunningly strong 16-minute close. That's a stunningly strong close. So ultimately what that means is if these sellers get repelled, you want them repelled pretty fast, then if they get repelled, it's going to go further. If they don't get repelled, then you will have been stopped out in profit, which is okay. I guess some days you just ask questions, right, about the market. Why is it if those if they had have come forward, if they had have advanced forward 15 seconds before they did, we would have actually picked up another trade, right? So today at the moment, what are we sitting at? Right, we picked up our static bar reversal. That was a little bit uncomfortable. Then we picked up the higher high, yesterday's low reversal, right? So let me bring that circle back down there again. Yeah, geez, I wish the FDAX listened to me. I wish they listened to me. Do I have Sally Ann? Sally Ann, are you with us today? Now, with all that said, guys, I believe we've got young Sally Ann with us today. And Sally Ann has got Stuart, who is watching what we do. So if you, Sally Ann and Stuart, if you are in the session, hello. I hope you are amazing. So guys, I'm going to put down at this point in time, we've only picked up 3 trades. Yeah, Andy stopped out with a long range. Okay. This is going to be a 4-point turning bar short. Now, interesting point, Natasha. Yes, absolutely. Now, Tash, that looked like it was going to try and run. So if you're out with 611.21 and something, that's absolutely phenomenal. Well done. Now, guys, we're going to end up with a 4-point turning bar short here. Now, interesting point. If we get a 4-point turning bar short on the FESX, oh man, geez, if the FESX closes back inside the upper OSR, as if they close back inside the upper OSR, which is right here, with a 4-point turning bar short, then ironically, we have a pivot-based reversal in the last 15 minutes. It just happens to be on the FESX. So that leaves us with a bit of a conundrum. We can either wait. Oh dear. We can either wait. As if you see my camera, I'm stroking my head. We can't break rules, guys. We can't. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, thanks, Jez. I appreciate that. So it's all down to the FESX now, guys. We take all of our instruction from the market. There's no assumption. There's no making, MSU, guys. We don't make stuff up on the run. All right, I need the FESX to give us a 4-point turning bar short. Guys, mathematically, it will be perfect, but we have to give it the full 25 seconds to decide what it wants to do. If all the ducks don't line up perfectly, then we're just going to wait for the turn of the hour trade. All right, so if the ducks don't line up perfectly, it's a turn of the hour trade. Hang on a second. We had another trade here as well. Well, it's because I said once you've got the higher high, you can enter on that body there and you've got a target there and a target there. Okay, so that's for those people that didn't take yesterday's low reversal. Okay, that goes over there. Okay. So just when I take a little screenshot about what we did today, again, I can come back and go, okay, we obviously took a higher high reversal off here. Some people use the body entry because of the higher high. That went to target. This one went to target. It was a bit of a nail biter. And then Andy's obviously got this one. Natasha, you picked up, I think you picked up the long off the upper OSR. Andy, you've got 174 points. So, mate, if you don't mind, holy moly. So Andy T, 174 points. And I might use you guys as my little congratulations, da-da-da. Now, guys, you guys probably know, I put a congratulations video as on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok every single day. And again, the goal looks like they've lost the stop. Mate, we've got, so for the FESX, again, I would love to be, so I'm not going to call you into a selling trade right now because we're in the Widowmaker candle, but if we get any kind of buying in the next hour that pushes us back up underneath these 76 fibs and fails, or we can even get up to, as I was laughing before, if we can get up to that 76 fib, just what I want them to do, guys, what I want them to do is this. All right. So we'll be very clear. I want them to do that, followed by that. I want them to then push up there, fail badly. We pick them up there and we send them down to there. That will be incredible. That will be incredible. So hold on one second. Please don't melt down. Look at this. Please don't melt down. Come on, don't. Wait for us, please. What is most important, guys? I think what is most important today, I don't want to make a comedy out of what we're currently doing, but everything that we have touched today has gone in the right direction. Could we have made some more money? Yes, if it wasn't for that 90-second rule, which has saved us many times, we would have picked up a winning trade today. But this week, I think we would have picked up 2 or 3 losses that the 90-second rule prevented. Guys, so again, what I would suggest in the game of trading is that there's no such thing as FOMO. If a signal's there, a signal's there. If it's not, it's not. And guys, we know about the turn of the hour. And again, if the FESX, again, in the next 1 minute and 47 seconds, if the FESX gets under its upper OSR, so if they stay under its upper OSR, then in the next candle, you see the buyers trying to push up. If they try and push up and fail, there's two entries. There's 2 entries that we can actually target on the FDAX. Now, just remember, guys, that the buyers must show inside the new hour and they must get well above your entry point. So the first entry point, guys, which is the most obvious by a long way, is those 76 fibs, right? So that's a ratio-based SPR short, no question about that. The next entry point, guys, depending on what they want to do, the next entry point is here at 313. All right, so we are, guys, at this point in time, we're looking for the buyers to show inside the new hour, get absolutely annihilated at Fibonacci. All right, so this is why we've got it, guys. Don't just push the sell button, please. Don't just push the sell button. Okay, so 50% of the micro trend. Good. We can't take a swing trigger long. FESX, what are you doing? 22 seconds until they tell us what they're doing. Right, so there's 2 very obvious entry points. One is on my black lines. The bottom one's 313, the top is 321. My preference is we get a difference in your mind, relax and focus on the chart. Oh, Andy, mate, you're on the money, mate. You're on the money. Now, at this stage, we must see buyers. Yeah, Andy, huge shout out to you, mate. That is fantastic, mate. There's what did you end up getting? 174 points. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now we've got a couple of new moderators, guys. A couple of new moderators under training at the moment. Come on, little Daxi, push up, please, and then get hammered. Don't you run without us, FDAX. That would just not be cricket. So what I'm looking for, guys, is going to be very careful on the turn of the hour. Okay, very careful on the turn of the hour. I'm looking for all of the conditions of the perfect setup. Right, we don't want a dodgy setup. We also don't want to just push the button because we think the market is running without us. I almost guarantee we're going to see buyers come into this candle. So what I'm looking for, guys, I want the buyers to push into the candle. I want them to get above our entry point so then we can put an entry on our entry point. Ideally, hopefully, this is the last push by the buyers before they get tanked. FESX, mate, yeah, I'm looking. Don't FDAX. FESX, mate, at this stage, they're going to set up a Toby reversal short. Now, guys, don't forget, guys, please don't forget that we have larger charts, 60-minute, 240 daily. It was the 4-hour chart that was the danger, wasn't it? Yeah, there's our static bar reversal up there. Okay, that's okay. So let's be very careful, guys. It's very easy. It's very easy. I've done it, guys. I've done it. I don't do it anymore. It's very easy to go, oh my gosh, they're running without me, and just push the button. As at this stage, we don't have a signal. And the funny thing about not having a signal is that sometimes the turn of the hour trade will set up at either 5, 10, or 15 past. Now, if we get a big selling candle like this, guys, if we get a big selling candle, right now, so after all that on Fibonacci and entry points, if we get an efficient close, guys, back inside the upper OSR, particularly if we get a big efficient close on the ESX and we're below the 50 fib, as we are setting up sell signals. And what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and run the sell signal all the way back down to where we started again. Yeah, we would want to try and run this. We would want to try and run this all the way down, guys, all the way down to at least the S1. At least the S1. What's our volatility like? 30s. Okay, so let's just wait and see what happens. Guys, we need to close below the upper OSR. We're going to close below yesterday's low. All of these boxes must be ticked. Guys, MDI angle is 63 degrees, which is again quite good fun.
FDAX 5-minute candle
okay.
in 60 seconds.
All right, let me grab some water. All right, so all eyes are on the FESX. As these sellers are just demolishing the buyers, absolutely demolishing the buyers. S&P's coming short as well. So what we're looking for, guys, is again a close under the pivots. Right, that's the first port of call, a close under the pivots. If we don't close under the pivots, guys, we can't take a short. Again, I don't think they're going to gap, but they could try. Oh, no, they did. So, as if the buyers show, you can trade the Delta V2 short at 278, right? So you can trade the Delta short. Just be aware, guys, your risk is right on the tolerance for our trading. If you are going to go short on the Delta, guys, if you are going to go short on the Delta at 278, your first target is 273. You are out. Your second target, guys, is 268, and you're out. If you are short, guys, underneath this absolute monster sell with the Delta V2 as your entry point, guys, try and do a 5 and a 10 or 5 and 25, but make sure that you've got no risk on the trade, please. Okay, so make sure you've got no risk on the trade. If you have gone short, guys, FESX is gapped down underneath the 50 fib of the day, which means if you are short, you can try and hold this short, guys. Try and hold it short, but please make sure you cut your risk off quickly, right? So if you're short on the Delta V2, we had the green team show. You might be short under the candle, guys. If you're short under the candle, with the same drill, guys, 5-point first target, and then whatever you can get on the second target. The Fibonacci extension on this candle takes us all the way down to the S1, right, all the way down here. So the Delta V2 was the better of the entry points, guys, with a strong candle coming through on both markets. If you have got that, guys, it's gone 5s and 10s. It's almost gone 15s. I would personally, at this stage, guys, make sure I've got no risk on the trade. If the buyers do move back up, hit the OSR and come back down again, we can take exactly the same trade again, right? Very strong candle on the FESX, 24 rated candle, which is awesome. So guys, if anybody's short on the Delta V2, if you're short on the Delta V2, it's just on the edge of our risk profile. If you're short there, I want you to try and push it to the S1, but at this stage, I would have no risk on this trade, please. I think we're going to get a late candle burnout on this one. Guys, we got those yesterday and the day before. What does it ultimately mean? If the buyers don't turn this candle green again, when we get to the last 90 seconds, we're probably going to get a move to the S1. All right, so anyone that is short, you are looking for a 25-point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 25-point second target, or you're going to try and trade it down to the S1 less some loose change, or you're going to now try and trade it all the way back down to the low of today. Right back down the other way. So anyone short on the Delta, guys, that's a 25-point box. If you're short on the Delta, you've just gone through 25 points. The S1 target has just been paid as well. All right, so the S1 target's been paid. Again, I would, guys, if I was short on this one, 5s and 25s, I'd be very, very happy with that result. Okay, I'd be very happy with that result. If you are short, guys, massive well done. If that's not your trade, then that's also okay. So guys, I say all that, I might be talking to myself. Have I got anybody short on that Delta V2, guys, or short outside the range of the candle? Anyone? Oh, yes, good. I was going to say, I hope I'm not preaching to myself. Jiz, long story short, if you're on 3 contracts, you go for 5s, 25s, and whatever you can get your hands on. If you're on 2 contracts, 5 and either 25, or 5 and I'm just going to go for basically the lower OSR. All right, all the way down here. Because this is the first efficient close back inside the upper OSR, we want to try and take it all the way down to the lower OSR, which is a massive trade. All right, so if we've got if the bigger boys and girls, if you're still short, 525 and the lower OSR, please. Geez, you've had a great trade, so haven't been taken out of the S1 yet. So with the S1, mate, what I'd do is if I was going for the S1, I'd have my target 3 or 4 ticks or 3 or 4 points before the S1. So even if they kiss it, you're guaranteed to get paid. The last thing you want is for them to tag your target and then bounce back the other way. And you're like, oh, you are kidding. Well done. See, well done, mate. That's a great trade. Mate, that's a great trade. All right, so that little delta there, that's going to be my little YouTube trade today. Why is that going to be the trade of the day? Massive strong candle on both markets simultaneously. First candle back inside the OSR. We got a gap down on the FESX, which means the FDAX just could not resist but run, which is exciting, guys, because I think that now puts us, even though we thought we were going to miss out on the big meltdown, it still puts us, guys, at a reasonable strike rate for today.
FDAX Delta forming. FDAX Delta confirmed.
Yeah, that puts us at a good strike rate for today. Now, do I have anyone, guys, that's short, that's holding short or trying to hold short beyond the S1? Anybody trying to hold short beyond the S1? The reason I mention that is again, we're not going to reverse off the S1. So we're not going to reverse off the S1 while the FESX is under yesterday's low, guys, and under the pre-top, right? So if at this stage, we're going to be very, very careful about reversing the FDAX long. I don't think we've still got people short. Guys, if you are short, this would be the advantage of having 3 targets. So a 5, a 25, and maybe a 50 is you would now be bringing your 50-point target stop to around the 15 tick mark. So your result would be 5, 25, and 15, which is a really good result. It's a really good result. And if these guys do decide they're going to fall away, well, you might end up with 5, 25, and 50 with no risk, guys, with no risk. So we missed the OSR trade on the way up, guys, but we picked it up on the way back down. That's that's okay. That's okay. All right, let me just jump into this other trading room quickly. Okay. Right, I'm just chatting in the other trading room, guys, while we wait for a signal. So we're an hour and 12 minutes, guys, hour and 12 minutes into the session.
FDAX 15-minute candle close in 90 seconds.
Oh, it's been a tough day, Lockie, but there's been a few good trades, yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Colleen.
All right, so we're waiting, guys, just waiting. We've had a good day, guys, we've had a good day. We're just waiting now for both of these markets to agree with each other. And so what does that ultimately mean? What we need is the FESX. We need the FESX to hold above its lower OSR and S1 if we're going to get an FTAX trade. If these guys stay below their OSR and S1, then if you were still short on the FTAX, you just stay short. Now we're going to end up with an interesting scenario here, guys, where we've got an efficient candle. So we've got an efficient candle. We can't trade the delta on the next candle because of an assumption of a close over a pivot. If we were to close over the pivot, and then we get the buyers retracing back up to the S1 and failing, or retracing back up to the 50 fib, pushing through and failing, guys, we 100% have permission to go short, guys. FESX is under its S1. If the buyers were to show, guys, on the FDAX, guys, move up here and then get absolutely slammed, right? Then we would be looking for a selling trade. But it's got to happen. It's got to happen in that order. Okay, so we can't go long. We can only go short. If we are gifted a really lovely buying campaign, which we don't have yet. Oh man. Right, see now hang on, we may get an opportunity here. So guys, at this stage, the buyers need to climb up this candle. So the buyers need to climb up this candle. Yeah, the buyers need to climb up the candle and get absolutely nailed to enter that delta at 243. As now, if you are entering the delta at 243, as your first target is 238. Now, again, this would only be for those people, guys, that are looking to try and join the downward momentum on the market. For the junior traders, we don't have a trade. All right, so for the junior traders, we don't have a trade. Yeah, so we've got the FESX below the S1 and above its pre-market box. Oh, spot on the mark, wait, spot on the mark. So right now, guys, we've got the FESX above a pivot but below a pivot. We've got the FDAX below pivots only. So if you are short, guys, if you are short on that delta after the buyers showed and you're short at 248, your first target, 243, your first target is 238. All right, your first target is 238. With the volatility dropping, guys, we're only looking for a 5-point target. And you can, if you want, go for a long-range target. But just make sure if you're short on that V2 delta, if you're short on that delta at 243, please make sure that you don't have any risk on a long-range trade. If the long-range trade takes off, guys, because we failed at the OSR, these guys are going to cruise down here, right, to the lower OSR. I would not be surprised at all if we get a swing trigger short in order to try and generate that sell down, which we don't quite have yet. So a swing trigger, guys, would require the buyers to show we get a higher high. That higher high gets absolutely demolished. And then and only then will these guys probably try and make a run for the lower OSR. Now, the flip side of that for the static traders, you're waiting for the candle to close. If we were to get back above the S1 and it's a ratio-based SPR and we had the same thing on the FESX, then we would be looking for a small target long trade. Now, just to reiterate, guys, again, if you're short on the delta, guys, at 243, your target is 238. Right? So if you're short at 4.3, your target's 3.8. You've just been kissed again. So they've gone and kissed that target 3 times now. Notice that the sellers are not breaking the market. They're not bolting. That means that the sellers that have done all this damage to the FDAX may have decided that they want to go back the other way. Right? So if you're short, if you've taken the delta, now the reason we would target the delta, so you got an efficient candle. So we're allowed to take the delta on the next candle, but because that was assuming a close over a pivot, we can still take the delta. We've just got to wait for the buyers to push up above the entry point, collect the sell and go down. Now that's actually happened twice already, as in we are in the last 90 seconds of the candle. So we're not going to take the delta short again. So that's actually triggered and that's triggered twice. Now, we're in an interesting little situation with 15 seconds to go on this candle. We are going to pick up reversals long for short range targets, right? Short range targets. Now, there's going to be 2 entries that are up for grabs. The first entry is if the sellers push down on the next candle.
ES delta confirmed. ES delta forming.
If the sellers push down on the next candle, guys, we want to go long 1 point over the top. Geez, the FDAX is laughing at me today. So, guys, if the sellers push down and fail at Fibonacci, we can very happily go long on the top of this body here because it is an SPR entry. Geez, spot on the mark, went spot on. So as you saw how quickly that occurred, very similar to the top of the jar. If we had have got a little selling retrace, then we would have simply just grabbed the buy button, guys, and we'd be through our first target already. The flip side of that, guys, is we're going to watch now. Again, we're going to watch the sellers come down. You can do better than that, surely. I want this. I want the sellers to come down. Because what I'm trying to do, guys, I'm trying to get you in and out of a trade before we get into the middle of the MDI, which is the danger zone. All right. So if you are long already, guys, because you saw the sellers flash in, you're like, hey, boom, I'm going long. Guys, please go for a 5-point target. Volatility is dropping. A 5-point target is very, very easy to achieve on the FDAX. As a 5-point target, I was working on something for you guys today for the masterclass. And I developed that for you guys for your masterclass coming up, guys, for your masterclass. So that's the level of detail we're going into, which will keep you out of trouble. Well, Diane, I like everything mapped out. And the reason I like everything mapped out is every single person, guys, every single person that's trading with us has the same opportunity every day because we're all looking at the same. So don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, so guys, look quick. I reckon A3. I reckon an A3 at Officeworks laminated, and say, you know what, that's my plan for the next 5 years. Now, pull it in perspective, though, guys. I mean, obviously, some people have done a little bit better than that today. Caleb's done better than that. Natasha's done better than that. Andy's done better than that. Suzanne's done better than that. But guys, if you took any of the trades we called today and said, I'm just going for a 5-point target, you would have picked up potentially 1, 2, that's an overlap. We're not going to talk about that one because that makes me look silly. 1, 2, 3. So you've picked up 3 5-point trades. Your daily goal is only 5, but you've picked up 15. And if the DAX was being nice to us today, which it wasn't, but if the DAX was being nice to us, we would have picked up at least 1 more 5-point trade. So guys, your weekly KPI is 20 points, and you would have achieved it today with literally 4 5-point trades. If someone, guys, if I was shown that schematic of this is how you can make $1 million over the next 5 years, million US, I'd be like, what? 5 points a day only, guys. That's why I've done it. That's why I've done that schematic for you on purpose. Okay, now guys, we are, can you believe it? We're 5 minutes before the end of the session. The DAX could have been a little bit nicer, guys, a little bit nicer to us today. There were 1 or 2 trades that we would have had to break our rules to take. So we stuck to our rules. And I think, guys, we've had another 100% strike day. which a lot of people out there in the world literally will tell you you can't do. Well, you can do that. You can do that. There's no question.
ES Delta confirmed.
Now, the S&P is turning really nicely, guys. FESX is turning. So note the dual market agreement on FESX and FDAX has been really straightforward today. Right, so throughout this year, we're going to work on you guys getting better and better and better at reading these simultaneously. There's a couple of moderators under training at the moment, guys, in case I need to take a day off. They are very good at reading the FESX and DAX simultaneously. Right, so we're going to add another 2 moderators to the moderating team. And that simply means, guys, that the moderators get more time. The moderators get more time to trade, which obviously is where the big advantages are. So what have we got here, guys? We've got a very strong reversal bar on the S1. Yeah, MJ should be. Very strong reversal bar, guys, on the S1. Sorry, on the FESX. All we wanted, guys, is a tiny little sell down. All we wanted was a tiny little sell down on the FDAX, and we would all be long for another winning trade. But today, it just didn't play that game. But we're profitable, guys. I think the most important point is we've spoken about, let's say, one long trade, but I convinced you not to take it. A number of people took it, so that was good fun. But again, guys, I'm going to say today we got 4 trades. Now, again, we've got 2 trades that overlap here, so I'm going to count that as 1 trade. So at this stage, I'm going to say 3 trades, 3 wins. There's obviously more than that, guys. There's obviously more than that on the screen. If I undertook what we do every day, then no one's going to get upset and say, you didn't get far or the dollar up. Guys, I'll just wait for a young Christian to come back on. From it sounds like you might do it. You know?
Young Christian is back on.
Young Christian is back on. So, mate, we're just talking about it today. We've identified 5 trades. I'm going to call it 3 because we've got 2 that have overlapped and 1 that literally we missed by 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, which is a real shame. But again, we've done well, mate. So the stats will be 3 trades, 3 wins. I'm sitting at 560 US. So 560, 560, and then 400 times 3. So it has been a profitable session. Shout out to Caleb. He did really well. Natasha did really well. And Andy, mate, did 174 points on the FDAX today. Now, he's trading multiple contracts, but point being is 174 is a huge result. Giz did very well today as well.
Yep.
So I'll put these on my little YouTube mention. Suzanne did very well today as well. Suzanne did very well. And, mate, we've had another day where the FDAX threw some crazy stuff at us, but we followed our rules and we've had nothing but winning trades, which I think is testament to the strategy more than the users. But mate, we just followed the rules. We've been paid again. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll do the same thing. And a massive shout out to TTP. Thank you again, mate, for all the support you give us.
Great. Thank you very much. As usual, I'm very happy to hear that. And I'm very happy to have the person like you with us, showing the guys, guiding them on these difficult markets. And especially right now with everything what's going on in the world and geopolitics and everything, it's very important to have the person like you together and the person who can guide in it. Great, guys, as usual, very happy to hear that you've got some great results today, that you had a profitable session. It's absolutely wonderful, and I'm very happy to hear that. From my side, just want to have a quick reminder for all of you that we have a spring campaign going on. For new clients, 35% off. For existing clients, 25% off. So check the details on our social medias, check the details on our website. And guys, the campaign is till 26th of April, so it's just 3 days left. From my side, that's it. One more time, thanks everyone for watching, thanks everyone for joining, thanks everyone for trading with us, and thank you, Lachlan, for a wonderful session, as usual.
Pleasure, and I'll see everybody ready to rock and roll next Thursday for TTP. Guys, if you're in the LTR, I'll be in the normal European Open LTR tomorrow with Cody, and hopefully we end the week on a massive high. That's that's the goal.
Great.
About that.
Thanks, guys,
Perfect.
and we wish everyone the great rest of their days. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.